The Diary of a Certified Psychopath. Off the crank. Fragmented metric. Then, not long after a phonically familiar marimba riff had wrenched me from the realm of subconscious make-believe to one awash with unfiltered facts that hound your hopes into a darkened corner, seconds after you've discovered you've slept through at least 3 urgent phone calls concerning matters you wish would vanish as easily as their voicemail messages could be swiped into the digital trash, I sought solace through another substantial dose of pixelated pretense in the seasoned cybercyclist's artificial paradise. With FutureWorks' feistiest bot of gold still bombing round the flat block, I beamed down at yesterday's point of departure, maintaining an optimal mid-pack position for perceptibly permissible levels of exertion that remained within the metered and monitored true blue zone throughout 3 mildly meditative hours. Reciprocated ride-ons to all and sundry, whilst trying to blend in with Maria's cosmopolitan peloton, which proved surprisingly tough, even with my avatar arrayed in the illustrious Mirage kit, which only appears to afford its wearer powers of invisibility within Watopia's virtual desert, though this itself might be an illusion rendered by my avatar's fired imagination. Now there's a mind-bending paradox of parallel realities for avid Matrix fans to pick apart in their abundant spare time. During one collective crunch across the gravel strips next to Mount Epic's reverse base, an exceptionally outspoken texter amongst our twitchy-fingered fraternity boasted at having recently commenced a 2-month training regime that involved completing 25,000 steps a day across the Sudanese outback in temperatures approaching 40 degrees on a local tour guide's camel, and with only 3 stops to rehydrate. Post-session salutations for the brief tow I received up the boulevard's serpentine switchbacks on lap 7 of an unplanned 11 from a bona fide pro, who chose not to reveal their nationality but was, nonetheless, conspicuous by that iconic orange t-shirt nestled next to their name, which exudes so much more gravitas than a tiny orange tick. "Let poor Maria catch up," said my visiting mum, as I queued in the last of 3 free-wheeled coffee breaks for a recuperative swig of mildly alcoholic ginger beer. "Fear not," I responded. "Think I've already earned enough drops for your crushed walnuts. All I need now is an app to cash them out for uncrumpled £5 notes." Though no such universal bureau de change exists through which to convert Zwift's priceless liquidated assets, 24 Earth hours later, I completed my obligatory forage for the aforementioned crushed walnuts, alongside 5 or fewer additional consumables of an equally non-essential but must-have nature, from an ever-thriving wilderness surrounding the River Ada's silty banks. That is, in an ideal world, where Domestos thick bleach and rolls of lemon-scented kitchen towel grow on feral grass, flowering weeds, and magic tamarisk bushes. Sadly, when it comes to this profoundly flawed reality, not a single nut tree of any native UK species flourishes in the farthest reaching corners of Shoreham's mainland and maritime communities, whilst the proud merchants of our quaint old village's bi-weekly farmers' market were also unable to assist me in my plight, since most of their crushed walnuts are already an integral part of the freshly baked tarts, muffins, cakes and cookies that populate their provision-laden stalls. It more than opens one's eyes to a developed society's priorities when its broadening variety of organic pet confectionaries appears every bite as appetizing as the humanely edible counterparts from which they derive. Lime and coconut dog digestives, Cherry Bakewell Snapjacks, and Mrs. Cocker's Banoffee macaroons were amongst the numerous novel canine treats I observed being packed back into Tupperware boxes by their enterprising marketeers, ready for instant donation to the town's philanthropically funded fox orphanage, an ambitious wildlife housing project purportedly undertaken by Ada District Council late last autumn, and which currently incorporates a network of over 200 spacious dens excavated across municipal parks, neighbourhood greens, and adjacent areas of the South Downs. The Night Critters Gazette's lead gossip correspondent, from whom this story originated, was unavailable for comment.